gear, they understand how to take the signal, they understand the simplicity of the comp plan, and no belief needs to be had over there. Because belief and faith are two related things, but two very different things. Right. And if you've ever been on any of my webinars and I talk about this, belief, you need to have this audacious belief that something that has never been done could be done, right? In order for it to be completed. Back in the 60s, I use this example all the time. No one believed that you could run a 5-minute mile consistently, right? And so everyone's time was like 501, 502, 503, right around there. And then all of a sudden, someone just had this crazy idea like, I'm going to beat this. And he did. And then what happened is multiple people followed behind him very, very quickly, right? Because now the audacity of belief is taken away, and now it's just faith. Faith is, I believe it can happen for me. Belief is, I can believe it can happen. One of them takes a lot more work. When I came, and Max remembers this, because people used to look at me like I was crazy, I signed up December 12th of that last company. I said, by April 1st, I will be making $100 grand a month. Hadn't been done in the industry, 3 months, 100K a month, never been done, not that I know of, unless you were porting over an entire team. I was coming up with a 3-year hiatus. And I said, whatever, it's 5,000 people, I was gonna do it in 3 months. Everyone looked at me like I was crazy.
I did 3-year hiatus.
I did it.
Yeah, after 3 years of not building anything, I told everyone.
Network marketing?
Network marketing, yeah.
Okay, we're talking about network marketing.
Yeah, not building anything in network marketing. I basically told everyone, I signed up December 12th, I said, by March 31st, I'm going to be making $100K. Pretty audacious belief. But then what happened is as people started going through the ranks and they started believing in the compensation plan, that they understood the simplicity of it, also how to hack it, also how to make sure that their team was winning. So they weren't the only ones making money. What happened is, along the way, certain people caught that belief as well. And so instead of being able to drag dead weight across the finish line, people were running with it. Now that did take about a month to get people to actually believe in it. But then once it happened, it was like 3 months for me, 3 months for another. It took like 2 months and 3 weeks for another person to hit it. Before system issues happened, someone was on track to do it in 2.5 months. And so you see what happens is when someone sets a pace, all of a sudden, if you just have the faith that it can be you too, now you're able to move at a certain speed that you normally wouldn't. There is a law that really has to do with energy, and when there's a certain energy in the room, where there is a collective vision, a corporate vision. And what it is, you know, the Bible says it like this, like one can put 100 to flight, but 2 can put 10,000, right? And the reason why that's true is because with the likeness of vision, all of a sudden the energy multiplies. There's a multiplicity that happens. So in this room, like I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking who was on my team for sure. 6, 7. I mean, we have like 15, 20 people here that all have the vision, saw what happened. I don't need to convince them that the comp plan works. I don't need to convince them that 100K is doable. Actually, I told them if you're on my top 3 levels and if you don't believe 100K in 30 days, then get the fuck out.
Yeah, you just say that.
Because I can't have you on my top 3 levels if you don't have a vision for 100K in the first 3 months, in the first 30 days.
Right.
You are more than free to borrow mine, but if your vision isn't big enough for that, then go on level 4, go on level 5. Someone else deserves your spot. Right? So what we're about to do, what I firmly believe, because David and I, we talk about this all the time. I told him 30 to 50,000. He always says 30,000 just to bust my balls, and it's okay. But you know, listen. But I'll tell you, I firmly believe that we're going to throw 100,000 people in the still in the next 30 days.
Let's go, baby! Woo!
Like, no, for real. Yeah. We're dead serious. Spread across 150 countries. So the 40,000 in 40 days, that's like.
That's cute.
But yeah, we're super excited, and I just want you guys to know that we're bringing top level trading education. I'm taking it very personal to build an elite university style for our audience. So, and,
okay. Real quick, I want to touch on some of the questions I had.
Yeah.
EAs, yes, we have an EA, yes, it's been in development, yes, it's been testing, it did about 30% over the last 30 days, 10% drawdown, pretty decent. Problem with EAs is that there are also some legal issues that need to be tended to in order for it to be offered legally here in the US, okay? And so what we're not going to do is, and some people have put the carriage before the horse, and they're already talking about it because they know that it's in development, they know that the source code is owned and all that other stuff. But we don't want to talk about something until we know we can do it legally. Because let's not forget, there are other juggernauts in the space that don't want other companies to succeed, right? And they could very easily play a political game, or in this case, it would be a regulatory game in order to get us shut down before we can go ahead and really fly.
Right.
So everything needs to be done in with a certain level of integrity and compliance.
Absolutely.
Right? So that needs to be expected, that needs to be spoken. If we could do it legally, I know that David and I, we've already talked about it, we're happy to do it. What it would look like and all that other stuff, we're not sure, but know that that's something on the table as long as it can be done correctly. Okay? In regards to building, everybody here, and I'm letting you know if you're on my team or not, I'm letting everybody know we need to build by tens. 10, 10, 10, 10. 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. If you don't have the vision to bring 10 people in, then I don't know what to tell you. Right? You probably shouldn't be in this room. And that's me being very honest, because the rule in network marketing always is that the faster that you get someone paid, the longer it is that they stick with you.
Absolutely.
Right? So by bringing in 10, you're creating spillover, you're creating excitement, you're creating placements, you're creating a whole bunch of things that get people excited, increases their income, and they should be able to see within the back office what their rank would be when we go ahead and we rerun the cards. But the only way that works is that if we have this ridiculous vision of 10, 10, 10, 10. And at $20, if you can't find 10 people, then you're in the wrong industry. I mean that with all sincerity. I love you to death, but get the fuck out. Yes, ma'am?
So forgive me because I'm obviously not in the industry as of yet, but you had mentioned that the other company, the corporate calls, they had about 200 to 300 and yours had about 2,000 to 3,000.
Yes.
What do you think was the biggest difference there? Was it the invite? Was it the content?
Legitimate traders.
The value.
The value, and here's the thing, you can't fake friendship.
Yeah.
So one thing that, part of the reason that everything stayed together for so long was the culture that was built. Like, anyone that was in that company can tell you, they had the most phenomenal culture probably of any company that I've seen since ever.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Wake Up Now is probably the next closest, but honestly, that's why. So you can't fake friendship, you can't fake codes. So like, I look at Max that I've known for 5 years, Ryan that I've known for 7, Tracy that I've known for 7 or 8. I look at Shavar that I've known for 7 or 8. These guys are kind of new in my life, but that's fine. I look at Austin that I've known for 5 years. I've known Pete in the back for 8 years, and so you can't fake those relationships, right? And because I was kind of the head of that company, they only had 3,000 people when I started. We got up to about 90,000 active. When all those people are your people, right? There's no way that gets broken down very easily. So, you know, from the bottom of my heart, you know, thank you, David. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, David. Yeah.
And you know, more than anything else, for everyone that's in the room, that if you are connected with me, thank you so much for believing in the vision, and thank you so much for making difficult decisions. Because if you're making money, sometimes it's really hard to walk away from it.
Yes, it is.
And one of the things that I could really appreciate about David and his leadership is he did it twice. Right? But that's audacity, that's the audacity of belief. And so, you know, I'm not saying all of you need to have belief. It might be the first time that any of you see a 6-figure month. You know, it'll be the first time that I see a 7-figure month. I've told you this, better watch out. So,
Let's go, baby.
I want to introduce you guys to Ryan DeFreitas. He will be our headmaster trader, and Ryan is like, he's like my my best friend now, but we ain't like each other back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, alignment brought us together, so I want Ryan to quickly talk about the vision for the academy and pretty much what he brings to the table.
Sure, guys. Welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for introducing me, Coach Max. Again, guys, my name is Ryan DeFreitas. 30 years old. I've been trading for 5, going on 6 years now. It's been a journey, guys, trading, okay? If you guys know me, a lot of you guys have known me just from my live sessions and the trading that we did with our whole company. And I'm very passionate about trading. You know, it's my life. It's what I love to do. It's what I pride myself on. I'm actually in the process of getting my Series 3. I take this very seriously. And the reason I take it so...
Hold on, Ryan. Say that again.
What?
That you're about to get what?
My license,
license.
Series 3 license. I take this very seriously, guys. It's something I'm passionate about. You can tell it from my voice, you can tell it from my energy, you can tell it from my sessions. The reason why I'm so passionate about it is because when I first started about 5 years ago, guys, no one could teach. You know, there wasn't anyone who was real, who was authentic in the trade space. You know, there was no one who was like a Coach Max. There was no one who was like a Ryan DeFreitas. There was no one who was like the team of traders we had assembled and have got to know, and everyone was going to be part of the team. There wasn't none of that. You know, even to this day, it's still hard in the space to find real deal, authentic traders who want to help, who have actually been tested and trial tested in the field.
Right.
And
I feel like that's one of the reasons why we had such a big retention, because a lot of our student body have come from other Forex MLM companies, and they came to us and they're like, wow, we're trading in 2 weeks, and we were over here for a year and didn't get it.
Right.
So that's why our retention was so high, even when the company infrastructure was failing.
Right. Like crazy. You know, like, I like to use this analogy, like, you know, when you never had a father, right? And then you have a child for the first time, you wouldn't give that child all the love you never had, right? When I started trading, I didn't have a mentor. I flew, David knows, I flew to Canada, Pete knows, flew to Canada to meet $1 million mentors, traders, who we all thought were traders, were scams. Okay? They weren't traders. They had $1 million houses bigger than this. Oh man, you must make a lot of money trading. No, you don't. No? All phony. I've been through maybe 3, 4 different guys like that. Big names, probably names that you guys know, I don't want to say. Big guys like that, you know? I've been through a lot of the people who, quote unquote, say they can trade. Right? So I was looking for mentors. I was just looking for the right knowledge, the right information. That's all. You know, just take me to the river. I'll drink myself, you know? You know, you can lead a horse to the river, but you can't make them drink. Just lead me a little bit, you know? And I couldn't even get that. And so now when I teach, now when I give my all, because I'm like, I want you guys to learn. I don't want you guys to have to go through 5 years to get to where I am now. It took me 3 years, 3.5 years to hit just consistency.
Right.
Some people, some students, Mo's actually one of my personal students. Bro, he turned like a, what, $50 accounts, like 3,000 or something like that? Yeah. Ridiculous, right?
Awesome.
Still going through ups and downs in this trade. We haven't been trading how long, Mo? 3 months. He's only been trading 3 months. He's like, bro.
So, baby.
He's been going through ups and downs. Of course, he's gonna win money, lose money. I'm like, bro, do you realize like that's such a win? I didn't have anything like that until maybe my 2nd year, 3rd year trading.
Right.
You know, I was blowing accounts like crazy. You know, he actually has the knowledge and is like on the right track.
Absolutely.
You know, so even if you're not crazy profitable, like every week I'm withdrawing, every month I'm making a lot of money, you know you're on the right track because you have the right resources, the right people guiding you.
The right mentors.
The right mentors.
To speak a little bit about Ryan, I get on him all the time about this, but Ryan actually goes the extra mile. We always have a conversation before we teach. We're gonna keep this session to 2 hours.
2
We
hours.
always have that conversation, and Ryan is the type of educator that will stay on for 5 and 6 hours until everybody's questions are answered. He's that type of educator, and I get on all the time, like, go take a nap, take a break, and he's like, no, I wanna make sure that everybody understands. So when you have that kind of training and that type of educators, that type of mentors, like, the field cannot fail. It makes sense?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just sharing my own personal story. Like I said, it just took me a long time to get consistent. It took me my 4th year, I believe, in my first 6 figures. You know, now I'm on the road this year to clear my first 7 figures straight. So,
Let's go, baby.
You know, it's not just myself, not just Matthew, but the team collectively. That's what's gonna be so beautiful. You know, because the way I break things down, the way Mac breaks things down to other traders, sometimes it will relate to you, sometimes it will relate to you, sometimes it will relate to you, right? Whatever your demographic is, whatever your style is, there'll be a little piece for everyone.
Yeah.
So thank you, you know, for everyone being here. I honestly love, and I can feel the energy in the room. I just feel it right. Something that Spencer said, something that Dave said, like everyone's speaking. Mark, the energy, the right timing.
Right.
Everything is here. I swear, you know. And sometimes certain things have to fall apart, but better things come together. And I truly believe this is one of those things.
Hand it back to you, Mr. McCovey. No pass. So guys, we're excited. This is the head of the Trading University, Ryan and myself, and we're gonna do, probably not gonna sleep this week, but we'll be okay. Yeah, and
Sleep or sleeps.
Another round of applause.
Yeah.
I super appreciate everyone being here today. Again, I know some are not locals like some of my groups, so you came from out of town, so we appreciate that commitment. But I'm telling you, like, I can feel it. I can feel, you know, when you just know what you know, this is gonna be one of those things. You know, like, I promise you, I see it too clearly. And again, when you look at all the talent that's in this, and this is just one group, right? Look at the talent that's just in this group right here. Like, I don't know how we missed it. And so again, I'm excited about what we're gonna do. I know you guys have been here for a while, so what we hadn't figured out dinner yet, but I think we're gonna do like, you know, my Evo family knows we always do. We get out there and we put some stuff on the grill and we turn it into a family affair. So I think we'll do that tonight. So what time? Tony's not here yet. He's usually our grill master. So maybe 7:30. That'll give everybody kind of time to go back to our rooms, freshen up, or nap, or do whatever you want to do. Then we come back. Again, we have a pool, so if you want to, you know, get over there and do that, bring your bathing suits, and you know, we do it like family always does it. So again, I thank everyone for giving us the time today.